You made it. Welcome to the table. You're just in time to make a dice roll.
Wait, for what? What kind of roll are we making?
We're trying to figure out how this system works, so we'll be making an investigation check. Want to do the honors?
Oh, sounds good. I have proficiency in that one. Oh, that's a nat one.
Well, this should prove interesting, if not at least entertaining. Welcome to the Nat One Nerds podcast. Welcome to the table, everyone.
Hey guys, welcome back to Nat One Nerds. We got the whole crew together and a couple extras too. We're in for some fun today.
Yeah, I'm here. Been a while.
We got Afton here.
Yeah, my wife Savannah unfortunately could not be here. She volunteered as tribute for the kids. All right, Brandon, what do we got going on today?
Well, I think we should actually let our guest introduce what we got going on because we got a fun new one-page system that we're checking out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Skyler. Skyler Gorsuch from the Session Zero Heroes podcast, coming at you today to sort of showcase what Spice Mages is, which is a one-page TTRPG that I created. And we're going to have an opportunity, if you haven't listened to the episode where Park and I already talked about it, definitely go do that. And then hop back over here because this time we're actually going to get to play it.
I can tell we're all podcasters here because that's exactly what I was about to say. If you haven't checked out me and Skyler's awesome discussion on both not only his one-page TTRPG Spice Ages, which we're going to delve into deeper today, but his other one-page TTRPG, Bones in Human Clothing, which I definitely want to eventually check out as well, like as an actual player or game master or Bone Lord. I don't know.
Yes,
I think
the
that kind
Lord.
of yeah.
So, yeah, it's always tricky when you deal with bone puns because you can make them like really awkward and weird, or you can be totally like fine and everything's okay. But there's a fine line there that you have to walk for sure.
That's true. Anyway, Skyler is the man because he not only was willing to come back to play Spice Mage with us, but he's actually going to be running it as the GM, or in this case, the Spice Lord, which makes me really excited. I don't know about you, Brandon, but I do a lot of GMing, and so being able to be a player, especially on the podcast, is like, yeah. It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to be able to step back and hand the reins to somebody else.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. So we're definitely super excited. I don't know, Skyler, do you think we should talk about kind of what we picked out, or should we wait till we're in the game itself?
Let's talk what everybody picked out. So one of the key kind of mechanics to Spice Mages is there's this on the second page, there's this giant, I shouldn't say the second page, the back side of the one page. It is a one-page TTRPG after all. But there's this huge table, and across the top you have the flavors, which is one element towards what spices are all about. And then on the left, sort of, what is this, the column side, you've got the different tribes, and all the different tribes are sort of the forms that spices take. So tribes might be bark, seed, flower, fruit, so on and so forth, whereas the flavors, you might have a spice that's hot, mild, aromatic, sweet, earthy, so on and so forth. So with each of those will come a whole handful, I think it's 5 different magic words that they, or spell words that they will get to use to cast various magics throughout the world as we play. So yeah, I think it'll be really awesome for everybody to kind of introduce what character you guys decided to create. Sort of like a crisscross, right? You're picking a flavor and you're picking a tribe, but it can be, any combination in there. And then what words did you get?
I guess I'll go first. So I based my character around a spice. Actually, the most recent spice that I've tried that I ended up really, really liking, and now I like add it all the time. It's thyme.
Add it all the time.
And
I see what you did.
So according to the chart, I am from the leaf tribe, and I am an earthy flavor. I'll list the power words here for my spell casting. It's peaceful, shade, cover, Silver, and Forest. So that should be really, really interesting. I think I'm going to name my character... I think I'm going to name it Time Up. That's my character. Yep.
Love it. Love it. Fantastic. Very, very tranquil words within there. But Silver's going to be an interesting one. I'm excited to see how you might make use of that. That could be kind of fascinating. Not that the others aren't as well, but that one stands out for sure. So
it right. does. I'm really interested to see what I do too with Silver.
Fair enough. Awesome. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Okay.
For mine, I decided to have some fun with lemon zest.
Ooh.
So I'm going under fruits and citrusy. So
nice.
For my words, that would give me zap, slice, bright, invigorate, and stinging.
Very nice. Some poppin' words there. Some shock words. I love it.
I'm just gonna go squirt some lemon juice in people's cuts.
Yeah, right. Everybody's gonna feel the sting from the pain. Awesome. Were you able to get a name?
I think I'm gonna just go with Citron.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Citron. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, Afton.
Okay, mine, I went with flower and sweet, and I was kind of thinking of like the lavender plant because I really like things that taste like lavender because I'm obsessed with flowers. So
right on.
And the power words are radiance, delightful, passionate, nostalgia, and fey.
Ooh, fey. Ooh, that should be
I thought that was an interesting one.
And some very positive words in there. So there's some really cool opportunity that could probably come from that. I love it.
I feel like you're both so like tranquil and peaceful, and I'm just like slice.
You got one guy that's just like comes out blasting.
I feel like this tribe and flavor for Afton's character was perfectly made for her because she's obsessed with like fey creatures in D&D, and so she'll always play like the elf, the fairy, or
Yep, it's just me.
I noticed that as soon as you said fey, I was like, "Yep, this is." I expect absolutely nothing less than this.
I love it. Awesome. And then, Afton, did you have a name for your character as well?
I don't know. When Brandon was talking about it, the first thing that came to my head was Flower Child. So maybe we'll just go with that.
Sure, Flower Child. And of course, the beauty of this. So this is the first time that I've sort of officially played this in like a recorded scenario. And so the thing I love the most about this opportunity is the fact that we're creating the world and the tone and everything like right here. So, if people from the Flower and Sweet tribe name their offspring Flower Child or things like that, like that's a whole element of the world building that we just created there. And I think that's pretty cool. So that's awesome. All right. Perfect. Well, with all of our characters in place, are we all set to begin our journey inside the world of Kitchen?
Yep.
I believe
awesome.
so.
Let's do it.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, my dear listeners, to the world of Kitchen, a land filled with flavorful foods as far as the eye can see. Or so it once was. Nearly 10 centuries ago, a strange and deadly force emerged from the gray gravy ooze in the savory swamps to the south, a hive mind being that the spice mages of Kitchen have come to be known as the Bland. Its very essence is enough to suck the delightful scents from the air and siphon the succulent seasoning out of anything it touches. Just a forewarning, there's going to be a lot of the alliteration there. So I'll try to make it through without getting my tongue tied. Although the early spice mages have been able to hold back the forces of the Bland, the villainous being has been slowly but surely spreading its ever-growing numbers across the land, infecting everything with its flavorless fascination. Those unlucky enough to get caught up in the Bland will become extracted and enslaved to the will of the being. Completely siphoned of their spice and flavor and mindlessly serving it as a new void master. Contorted into new forms, these hollow husks take on horrible forms of barren beasts and forsaken fiends. 2 decades ago, parsley prospectors from the Root tribe uncovered a strange ovular artifact, an egg, but not just any egg. Rocambole the Repugnant, a well-studied garlic mage, began researching this egg and discovered ancient texts outlining its significance. The egg, possibly one of the last remaining rotisseroosters since the species' extinction 999 years ago. It could be exactly the ally the Spice Mages need in order to win the war with the growing bland. Furthermore, delving into the lore behind this mysterious egg, Rocambole spoke with the ancient mages of the Peppercorn tribe. Their ancestors were the breeders of the rotisseroosters long ago. They helped him to date the egg, finding it to be ready for hatching, for this egg must reside within the rock and sand of the earth for 1,000 years before it can hatch into the creature of legend. In order to do this, they would need to venture to the Vadavan volcano and hurl the egg into the Kanji crater, where the steaming heat will finalize the hatching process. But the Peppercorn tribesmen gave him a warning as well. A major reason for the downfall of the great and powerful rotisseroosters was a dark discovery the Bland's forces brought before their evil lord. When a rotisserooster is subjected to the salty brine of the simmering sea, it arises as something far darker. A pale Treegeist, an oversalted and highly aggressive creature that the abominable Bland will certainly use to bolster its forces to strengths the Spice Mages may not be able to hold back any longer. Rocambole and his trainee, Ollivander, currently protect the egg and have stopped for refuge in the garlic capital city, oh boy, this is a tough one. Metropolis. Oh, I hope it's the only time I have to say that. Where one of the many colleges of the Spice Mages resides, and that's where they found each of you. But they were not without loss in this trek to get here. Rocambole was severely injured, touched by the deadly embrace of an under-seasoned undead. He lies dying in the main hall of your college as the 3 of you, the only students currently at the college due to your negative behavior over this year that's kept you from going on spring onion break with the other students. You listen as he speaks.
My apprentice, Ollivander, although as knowledgeable about the egg and how it hatches as I, cannot escort it to Vadavan volcano on his own. The 3 of you must accompany him on his plight, for you each must vow to do everything in your power to ensure this egg hatches within the boiling rice slag of Kanji Crater. You are the only ones available.
Outside, you can hear the city's Spice Mages shouting as the forces of the Bland pound against the city gates. Screams of terror echo throughout the huts and buildings to your ears as the direness of the situation blankets your senses. The forces of evil will stop at nothing to get this egg, and the only way to ensure that they don't turn it into a terrifying force of desecration held by their will is you must ensure the safe travel of this egg to its destination. So you're all standing around as this old garlic spice mage, Rocambole's, slowly breathing out his final breaths. And he has insisted that you all make a vow to take this egg to the Vadavan volcano. What vow do you make?
I vow to get this egg to the volcano on time before the forces of the Bland come.
Well, I doubt that any of these Bland forces will be able to stop us with our zesty magic we got right here.
And with every flower that blooms, I vow to promise to do my best and grow with the egg.
Fantastic, Rocambole says. I'm so happy that you will take on this challenge, for this quest will not be an easy one. I have a gift for each of you.
He withdraws several little just sacks of spice, and inside each one is 5 spice. It's sort of just a term. It's sort of a general term for the amount of spice. A handful of spice is usually about enough to cast a basic spell. It gives you each 5 spice. And he hands these sacks to each of you and he says,
Very good, very good. There is a secret tunnel underneath the college that will ensure your safe escape out of the city. Once you've made it through, Ollivander can lead you to the volcano. This journey will not be easy, but I am certain that together you can succeed and bring life to an ally that could be the salvation the kitchen needs to fight back against the brand. I declare you all the Fellowship of the Wing.
And as Rocambole speaks, these last stinky breath escapes his garlic lungs as he closes his eyes one final time. You look over to the corner and see Ollivander standing there, this very awkward Leaf Tribe young apprentice mage, and he's weeping, his eyes just tears flowing out. And although the moment is sad, the growing sounds of battle outside the college walls remind you of the urgency of this moment. What do you all do?
Well, as much as I am not going to miss his stinky lectures, I say we get this egg and get on the go.
Let's get out of here.
I will approach Ollivander, and I will kneel before him, and I will say, if by my life or death I can protect you, you have my time.
That means so much coming from each of you that you would be willing to take on this quest. I just only wish I had more time with Rocambole. He was a good man, very wise. I fear I may not be enough to take on this quest and get this egg to the volcano in time. But away we must go. Regardless, this tunnel, are any of you aware of it? You all attend this college?
I may or may not have used it to get out of a few homework assignments here or there. It's a good way to get out of the classes.
He looks at you a little concerned. He goes,
Okay, fine. Please lead the way.
Let's go.
all right, sounds good. So you follow Citrone, and he leads you down through these spiraling staircases of this Spice Mage College to sort of a dark cellar. And you all, he leads you over to one particular corner that has a handful of stacks of just like old crates or barrels or something along those lines, and kind of pushes them out of the way a little bit. And sure enough, there is this dark tunnel before you. It's about 5 feet wide, if that, maybe a little bit under. So 2 people could really uncomfortably walk next to each other, but otherwise it's looking like you might have to go single line, single file. Anyone want to take the lead on this? I don't know if Citrone, since you've led them this far, if that's kind of the direction you want to go, or if somebody else is...
No. I always say ladies first.
You want the person who needs light to guide you through the dark. Are you insane?
Well, you do smell the best out of us. I'd say you can go and lead the way.
I'm not stepping through that thing first. I'll get lost.
I mean, it's not like we have all the time in the world.
So go!
Our friend here only has 5 handfuls.
I'm fine.
You
And
each
a
have
whole
5
person.
handfuls. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was saying of time, specifically. He has 5 handfuls.
Right.
Yeah, you have all this time with you.
It is quite dark.
I guess, I could try using some of my spice to cast a spell using the power word bright.
Okay. I think that would be perfect. Since this is a pretty low level spell, I'll say it only costs 1 spice. But if you want to roll a d8, and we'll see just how successful this nice light could be.
All right.
Ooh.
7.
A 7. Oh wow. Okay, so you toss forth a handful of this spice from the sack that was just given to you, and the little fragments, little almost sand-like bits, start to glow, and a handful of them just kind of float there in the air in front of all of you. And the light is immense, blows through probably a good 15 to 30 feet of this tunnel, just illuminating all the rocky edges and sides of this cavernous pathway, allowing you plenty of light to safely feel like you can get through this tunnel. No fear of the possibility of tripping on something, or worse yet, falling off some sort of unknown darkened cliff.
Oh, that's actually pretty impressive. When you said that you skipped out on your homework, I was kind of worried that you wouldn't be the best of spice mages, but this is a very impressive display, I must say.
Oh, no. The lectures just were too slow for me. I like to go and study on my own.
Ah, more of an active learner, I see.
Yes.
All right. Well, since you have the light, it would make sense if you went first.
Ah, very well. Let's go.
All right. Sounds good. So, sure enough, you follow into this seemingly long and almost endless tunnel. The sounds of the war and the battle outside start to fade as you guys follow your light source, illuminating your way through the cavern ahead. And as you come to the end of this tunnel, it opens up into a larger cavern with glowing mushrooms sprouting from the rock walls. There are glowing mycelium roots sort of branching out underneath them, making them look like shimmering clouds that are bursting with strands of lightning coming off the bottom. Glittering spores seem to kind of drift beneath the gills like twinkling stars. They kind of almost look a little bit like duller versions of the magic spell that you just cast. Not nearly as bright. The lower half, of course, yes. The lower half of the cavern is pretty well illuminated by all this phosphorescent portobellos. But they only stretch up to about halfway as the sort of moisture that's held within the cavern starts to dissipate above, not really promoting the growth of any more mushrooms above that. So the sort of top half of this cavern is just pitch black. Even your light isn't enough to reach quite that high. It's probably a good 80 to 100 feet high. With that being said, you look across and you can see a continuation of the tunnel that will hopefully lead you out of this underground place and out of the city to start kind of beginning your journey towards the Vatavan volcano. What do you do?
I will cautiously venture ahead.
Okay. How far are you going? Are you going all the way to the tunnel?
I will attempt to get about halfway there
Okay.
and kind of stop and try to perceive and observe any potential dangers so that if there is none, I can slowly beckon the others to follow.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to roll a D8 for me? I know technically speaking in the rules it said you would do this whenever you would cast a spell to see how successful it was. If you would like to use the spell to enhance this roll, you absolutely can if you feel like there's something there. But otherwise, you can just make kind of a general D8 check.
Alright, I'll just do a general D8 check because it sounds like there's nothing notably threatening right off the bat.
Sure.
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay, so a 2 through 4 is sort of a mixed success to a certain extent. It's not quite the maximum success. So what I will tell you is you start to walk through to the middle of the cavern and nothing is disturbed. Nothing catches your eye. Nothing seems particularly off here. It's quiet. It's incredibly quiet. And I think, honestly, the sound of battle at this point is probably completely gone. You guys have come so far down this tunnel that the sounds from it just won't even reach this far. It's a little eerily quiet, but that's to be expected when you're walking through dark tunnels underneath old castles and colleges. So with that being said, you make your way a little bit further, and all of a sudden, sort of the left side of your body takes a step forward, and it gets stuck to something almost invisible that seems to be blocking the way to the continuation of this tunnel.
I will put out a hand and see if I can get a feel for this dimension of whatever's blocking the way. See if it's like kind of completely blocking it, or if it's just like a solitary object type thing.
Yeah. So you're kind of stuck to it, and you reach out your other hand, like it is like literally sticky, kind of like fuses you into place. And as you kind of move, you can feel like your hand could almost go like push back as if it was like a soft, like a fabric-y wall. And as you do see a little bit of a reflection that seems to go all the way up, probably about 20 feet into the air. It's almost as if there's like a glass wall here, but it's, what's the word I'm looking for here? It can be moved, right? It's, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's,
Valuable?
Yeah. Or even just like it bends to a certain extent, right? It feels somewhat thin, almost plastic-like. But it's definitely incredibly sticky. And like I said, I mean, like the whole left side of your body right now is kind of glued to it a little bit.
I am going to, with my free arm or some gesture, let them know not to come too close to me.
Right.
There is a sticky substance right here, and it seems to be covering from here to the walls and up to the ceiling, like a whole barrier that we need to go through.
And you guys all see that he's kind of trapped there a little bit, unable to pull away. And I think, him pointing it out, obviously you can kind of notice this wall of this translucent, mysterious material. I think Ollivander probably starts to panic a little bit. Just,
what is this? How are we going to get through to the other side?
How big are the mushrooms in this cavern?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say the largest of them would probably be about half as tall as you are. Other than that, they get quite a bit smaller, maybe like sort of, if you like outstretch your hand all the way, it'd be about that big.
Could I pick up a small to mid-sized mushroom and just chuck it at whatever this barrier is?
Yeah, absolutely. You do that. Are you chucking upwards or to the right or the left?
Straight at where... sorry, what was your character's name again, Parker?
Time.
Alright, I'm gonna chuck it like right next to where Time is.
Oh yeah, and it hits right near, like right next to his head. It just kind of sticks to it and bounces a little bit. But whatever's blocking the way catches it, and it just glues it straight to it as well.
Huh.
Can I try to, since my left side is pretty stuck, can I try to attempt to, because you said it's like a little flexible, can I attempt to like push my arm and see if it will go through, to see, kind of get like a small gauge or at least a beginning guess as to how thick this barrier might be?
Yeah, absolutely. You push. It feels thin, but the material itself is surprisingly strong. That's kind of the main issue. If you want to, you can absolutely try to like push so hard that you break through it. If you want to roll for that, you are more than welcome to. I don't know if it would probably get it, like you could get a hand through, but I don't know if it would get your whole body. No, you know what? It's based on what you roll. So yeah, feel free to take a roll on that if you want to.
Okay, so it has some thickness to it then.
Yeah, or just the material itself, whatever it is, invisible but also surprisingly strong.
Okay, I will attempt to cast some spice here.
Oh, okay.
And I will say, just like the forest of my home, grant me cover, protect me now. And the idea is that I'm going to try to create some barrier between myself and the barrier and see if that will help me push through.
Okay. What word are you using?
I used primarily cover, but I also used forest.
Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, because that'd be like a cool flavor to it. I love it.
Yeah. I will attempt to kind of piece together a spell here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a 1.
A 1. Oh no. All right. So with a 1, the spell will backfire. It causes a slight issue for the caster. All right. So you cast this cover Sorry, do you want to remind me exactly the words you said? Or, well, I guess to your best recollection.
Something along the lines of, just like the forest where I'm from, grant me cover, protect me now.
Okay. I think what happens is all of a sudden a tree appears above you, and it is also glued to whatever this strange invisible wall is. And it starts to kind of pull against this wall, the weight of this tree just being so intense. And it looks like in any moment it could just tear it off and fall straight down towards you.
That's not what I meant.
Sometimes the spice magic is not as accurate as you'd hope, and sometimes it has some mysterious and random effects that can cause some chaos. Oh yeah,
how much spice did that cost me?
That's a good question. Let's call that one a 2 spice, since it did create a whole tree. As this tree starts to kind of pull against this wall, a second movement amidst this cavern catches your eye. You all hear sort of like a skittering coming from the ceiling above, and you turn to look, and you see a gigantic, bulbous body start to reveal itself from the darkness. Thick brown hairs stem from this spherical form as tendril-like ligaments follow. 1, 2, 4, 6, then a head protruding like a button from the orbital torso. Then, 2 final legs, moving furiously back and forth as they lower the creature to the rocky floor below. A massive Araco coconut stands before you, and its pure white tongue sort of licks its lips as it sees you, especially time trapped within its web.
Eat spiders so much.
I know, I do too. I was like, why am I writing this in here? But I was like, but it's also the thing that
why are you writing this in here?
We write the things that scare us the most, I guess. Also, for whatever reason, I was really imagining like one of the early Skyrim like things that you do that puts you in this like cavern, and it's exactly the cavern I'm imagining, and that's what happens. Is one of those like giant queen spiders comes down from the ceiling or something. But that's what you got. Ollivander, absolutely terrified, looking between this horrific monster that's just revealed itself and this invisible wall. No idea what to do, clutching the egg closely to himself. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. The egg is like this big. Sorry, this is an audio podcast, I should say. It's probably like a good 1.5 to 2 feet size, like tall egg that he carries around with him. I like to think that he has almost like one of those frontal baby pouches, and he carries it with him like the big slings or whatever you want to call it, and that's how he like carries it with him. Yes, exactly like that. Exactly like that.
I almost feel like we're like in a life science class, and you have to like take care of the egg as a baby, like throughout the week or whatever.
Yes. And he's got to take care of it through your journey to the volcano.
Citron's gonna look back to him and be like, "Hey, Ollivander, what was your plan to get through here initially without us?"
I didn't know that there was a giant spider in the wall, the invisible wall. I don't know what to do here.
Absolutely terrified. Starts crying again.
I will actually try to, because I'm going to picture Time not afraid of spiders.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And he notices that the tree above him is like really precarious. And so he's going to try to call the spider over to him.
Oh, wow. Okay, get its attention. Awesome. How do you want to do that?
Get your big round self over here.
Gonna hit him with those insults. I love it. Go ahead and roll a. Let's give it a 1d8. See what happens.
5.
Okay, so we've got ourselves. It's a success. Okay, perfect. Just like a 5 to 7 is like success. It works as you kind of planned. Whereas that that magical 8, the proverbial nat 20 is your like, oh, it succeeds and opens up some additional opportunity or something along those lines. But whatever the case, with a 5. The Aracoconut spider, this giant, massive spider, licking its lips, hears you call it out for having a big, fat, round body, turns towards you angrily. It's also probably figures you're stuck in the web anyways. You seem like the first person to go towards, and it starts to rush towards you. What are the rest of you doing, out of curiosity?
I'm gonna say that Flower Child's like terrified. She's never seen something that big in her life.
Fair enough. It's pretty big.
Probably is like over by Oleander or Ollivander, like shivering, quivering.
Citron is kind of just curious as to what Time's plan is with this, calling the giant spider coconut over to him.
Fair enough. Are you moving, or I guess kind of where would you say that you were standing? You went to go kind of look at some things because you wanted to throw the mushroom. So I think you probably walked a little bit out of the way.
So I'd say I'm probably like 10-ish feet away.
Okay, sounds good. So the spider, this Aracoconut, is rushing. Actually, I love the idea that it kind of curls in its legs and just rolls like a boulder towards Time, and slams into that spot where he was trapped. And sure enough, that's just the end-all be-all for this tree. Cannot hold on any longer. And this Saran wrap webbing, as it's called, just can't hold on any longer. And this tree falls down and slams into the Aracoconut, trapping it. Now, with that being said, it did successfully slam into Time Up in the process. But I will say, I think what probably should happen here is it pops you out the other side. I think it breaks your webbing because of the impact. But I think what makes the most amount of sense is it causes a bit of an injury for Time that might cost you like a -1 forward, at least for the time being. I think maybe it hits, since your left side is what's stuck, it slams into your right side, really, really bruising up your right arm. You pop out the other side, and as it starts to like unveil its legs and look at you hungrily, not realizing there's an entire tree above it that comes slamming down on top of it. And if there's one thing that coconuts don't like, it's blunt force. And I think it, at the very least, traps this Aracoconut, obviously adding some severe damage as well. But it is now trapped under sort of the split tree trunk that is now resting on top of it. And you have a small opening in the Saran wrap as well.
Citron's gonna take advantage and run through the opening while it's distracted.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's kind of flailing about, trying to get out from under this tree. What about Flower Child?
I'm terrified, but seeing Citron do that, she's, I guess, gonna grab, I want to say Ollivander, but I know his name's not Ollivander.
No, you're right, yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, I think of Harry Potter.
Oh.
Grab his hand and start running and being like, we gotta go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he tags along. I think as you guys pass by, because the spider's still there, but you guys kind of pass by, and he just is like absolutely terrified, almost worried you guys are still too close, but sure enough, you manage to get past it. You have the opening to the tunnel. You have this trapped spider, at least for the moment. It looks like it's managing to kind of push its way out. Is anybody doing anything in particular, or are you guys just all running down, booking it down the next tunnel?
I don't stop running. I just keep running.
Sure, fair enough.
Yeah, Time's going to do the same thing. Just keep running. Because he's going to imagine that the injury is more like upper arm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. And Citron, you're also just booking it?
Yeah, we booking it.
Okay, sounds good. I think Time is kind of like pulling, there's like some sticky remnants from the Saran wrap that are stuck to him, and as you run, you're kind of like ripping them off and throwing them behind you. You guys all race up this hill. It has kind of an incline in this tunnel. You race up it, and you pop out the other side into the light of day.